More fun.
Alright, let me hit refresh and hopefully it started. Come on,
Says live
computer.
on my end.
No, I just meant that YouTube has decided to post it. Come on, YouTube. Because Google Plus, it does say it's going live, so if there's
Woo!
anybody watching it, hello. Oh, yeah, we have one viewer. Yay! One
Yay!
viewer.
we
Hello,
get
random viewer.
that making.
We're just getting everything up and running here.
Watch me drink wine. This is pink Moscato. Mmm. Mm. Sugary wine. Female wine.
So you're
Delicious.
you're in Kentucky, right?
I am in Kentucky.
Are you gonna go to Derby City next month?
Oh yeah, I'm hosting a
Yes.
panel. I'm doing a panel with two other girls and two panels, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And then doing something with the costume contest. I don't know what though. Yes,
Check
I will
more.
be there. In short.
Check Moore is a very good friend of mine, and
Oh, good.
I have a table there, so you will see me there.
Yay!
I don't know how
I'll
I'm
be there.
getting there
I'll be
yet.
there all day. I'll definitely be there all day. It was my first comic book convention. The first one, Derby City, was my
Oh,
first.
really?
So it's like, I owe it to go to it every year.
Oh, that's awesome because I know Chuck's only been in charge of it for 2 years now.
I think so. I've never met him. I just know of him. So
I'll introduce you if he's not running around
yeah.
like a
I'll
Yahoo.
definitely be introduced. I bet because the girls I'm doing the cosplay panel with are friends with him. So yeah.
I'm refreshing YouTube because for whatever reason it's not showing up for me yet. Stupid thing. It's the only thing I hate about live shows is YouTube just messes with you.
Dang.
Where is it? Is that it? No, that's not it. Why is it not? YouTube hates me.
Ah, damn it,
I'll
YouTube.
refresh it real fast on Google Plus, see if it gives me the link to the show. Oh, is that it? Hangouts on air. One other participating. Oh, there we go. Why didn't you give me that link in the first place? Uh-oh. Now I'm going to be hearing... There we go. Awesome. I got it. I got it. It
Yay!
took me a second, but I got it. Woo!
Yay!
Okay, let me find the little chat feature real fast. Alright. Oh, actually, what am I thinking? Here, let me tweet it. That would make more sense. Because I can't find the
Yep.
stupid little chat window. But, hello viewers, and thank you for tuning in tonight. I am obviously Eric Radcliffe, your awesome host, and this is Amanda Dawn, who is one of the five lead people of Weird Girls YouTube channel, and you might know her as her very recently went viral Khaleesi cosplay from Game of Thrones from C2E2.
Whoop, whoop. My baby dragon. But it's more like a toddler on my shoulder. He's massive. Not baby.
Yeah, it's awesome. When I saw pictures of that thing, and then I saw the video that you posted on Twitter, I was just like, that's so cool.
I don't know how I did it. Frankly, I really don't. There were so many times where I was just like, head in my hands, going, I'm never gonna get this done. Like, it's not gonna work. But I did it, and it looks fantastic. Ah! Great.
It's a full on puppet, isn't it too, right?
It is, yeah. His mouth does move. It doesn't move much because I didn't really think about that as much as I wanted to. Because at one point I was just like, you know what? We're just gonna make it. I'm just gonna do it. I don't care if it's a puppet or not a puppet. But it's just gonna happen. Hi, dear. You wanna join?
But yeah, sorry, my brain froze there for a second. I was just tweeting the link everywhere. It's up now. I tagged you in it, so you should be able to.
Yes.
But yeah. To start with, obviously we were just talking about Derby City, but
Yeah.
to really start with how did cosplay come up for you, and how did like all of this come up for you? Oh, your cat's so cute.
Yeah, he joins in all of my video stuff. That's just my life. Let's see. Cosplay came to me by going to my first convention, which was Derby City. I think in 2010. 2010. Does that sound right? I don't know. 2010 or 2011. I can't remember. But I've been a seamstress and a costume designer for a longer time, and I didn't know this existed. I had no freaking clue. I always knew of like the bigger conventions and would watch the stuff online, but I never knew that really cosplay existed until I went to one, and I was pissed that I didn't have a costume for the convention. I was in like a Star Wars shirt. I felt so out of place. And I was like, okay, I need to have a next thing I go to one of these things. I need to have a costume ready. I need to have a team. I need to have people to go with. I need to do this. So I got my first cosplay. My first official cosplay to a convention was Kitana from Mortal Kombat. So I got a group of us together, made some epic costumes, and went to Derby City, I think in 2012. Can't remember, but that was our first one. And that's how I got into it. So yeah.
That's awesome. And so what were you the seamstress? Yeah, I can talk. Seamstress and a costumer on when you first started.
I studied costume design in college, and I worked as a professional tailor and seamstress for about 2 years. And I wanted to be a fashion designer, frankly. And I realized as I got into fashion that I was way more of a geek than anything. And my stuff was like historical. I started doing historical costuming for things. I designed costume shows, like theater shows. And I was like, you know what? I don't really like fashion. It sucks. I like the over-the-top extravagance. So I was like, let me do costume design. And then I got more into costume design. And I just started making stuff for myself. And then other people asked about it. And then I just kind of ran with it. And when I was in college, of course, I studied it and did shows. And then there was a job opening at a tailoring shop in New Albany, Indiana, which is across the river. And I took it. And I worked there for 2 years and honed my skills. And now I'm a master. Whoop, whoop.
It's awesome. And was one of the first like reality shows you ever watched Project Runway?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I watched Project Runway from the beginning. I loved that show. I stopped watching it probably at like the 8th or 9th season. I just got really tired of it. I got out of fashion. Frankly, I have my own fashion. I just don't really care about fashion anymore because what I wear is what I wear, and it's fabulous no matter what.
You gave up way after me. I think I was gone season 4 or season 5.
Oh really?
It was before the network switch.
Network switch.
I know that much.
Yeah. Yeah. It went. What did it go from? It went from Bravo to Lifetime.
Yeah, it was Bravo, and then suddenly it was on Lifetime, and it's just like, listen, I love Tim Gunn as much as the next person, and especially his working relationship with Marvel, which is just awesome, but it's like, nah, not so much.
Yeah, I don't know. When they went to Lifetime, I was on there for like 2 more seasons, and I just got tired of it. And then I started watching Face Off. So.
Yes. Face Off is awesome. I love Face Off. I'm like a season, and at least, if not a season and a half behind, because I think for whatever reason I ended up accidentally dropping off halfway between pros versus newbies, or whatever that season was called.
Yeah.
Because I like that season, I just fell off of it for some reason.
I did too. I really liked that season. The season before that was my favorite. This past season I was in and out of, but mostly I caught it just because I'm really into Jim Henson's Creature Shop right now. So I watched the end of all the face-offs just to watch Jim Henson's, which I love. It's my favorite reality show. And I don't watch much reality. Actually, I don't watch any except Jim Henson's. All I watch are cartoons and TBS. Right now it's Big Bang Theory on my TV, so that's all I watch.
No one is gonna hassle you about watching Big Bang Theory, even though I'm more of a community fan.
Maybe some people hassle. I don't know. Some people really hate that show. Some people really like it. I like it. I think it's funny. I like the humor because I get most of it. So. Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's just like I said. I'm like, when it comes to my comedy, I'm like Parks and Rec and Community, and obviously now Well, actually, since you're a big cartoon fan, have you seen any Rick and Morty yet?
Rick and Morty is my favorite show right now on television. Not kidding.
It's so good. I was so happy with. I think it was like not even 5 or 6 episodes into that first season. It was like, oh yeah, you're picked up for a second season already.
Yeah, they knew Cartoon Network, Adult Swim knew they had a gold mine when they premiered that. I just love it. It's easy to follow. It's just super fun and like exciting to watch. And every time I'm watching it, I just keep thinking it's Back to the Future, and it's just I love it. I love that show. I try not to miss it much, but our web recast for Weird Girls premiere right when the premieres on Monday starts. So it's like I'm like trying to watch it. It's hard.
I still
It's a lot.
my favorite episode of the whole season is the fact that they I forget specifically the name of the episode, but it was the one where they improved at least 70% of the episode. So like every time they would be flipping the channel, it was actually all like improv material that they kept into the episode. So like it was the
Really?
yeah, it was the one where Rick puts the universal transmitter into the DVR and things
Yes.
get crazy.
That was really. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all improv except for like the bare skeleton of the episode. Everything else is improv about it.
It just makes me love it even more. Freaking love that show. Oh,
Plus, it's Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland, and those two guys together are like
they're a team to be reckoned with.
they.
I love it.
It's so good. Could you imagine if they ever? And I know it probably isn't in the cards just with how busy both shows are, but can you imagine at least Dean and Morty meeting up, Venture Brothers wise?
Yes, that would be. I would be. I don't know if the TV can handle that. Frankly, I think it would just blow up after about 10 o'clock every night. It would just blow up on Cartoon Network. That'd be cool though.
I'm
I
still
like Venture Brothers, but I'm not like a huge crazy fan. I haven't watched it from the beginning, and I only catch it when it's just on. Not really into it, but I need to start just watching it. I need to sit down and watch it
you
from
do.
the beginning.
If you watch it from the beginning and really like pick up on everything that they did, it's one of the strongest cartoons I've ever watched in my
Oh
life. And they
yeah,
take it they it's not that they take it seriously. It's just like there's all the running through lines. There's the fact that the boys actually start to grow up and act like real kids, and it's crazy seeing all the stuff that they end up really getting into by that last season. I mean, I'm still really excited to see where they, because I guess the last episode of last season wasn't
uh-huh.
technically supposed to be the end of the season, but it was just like the way I'm trying to think, the way the animation worked out. Like the next
Uh-huh.
episode picks up right as that one's going on, I guess. So should be interesting to see whenever the sixth season comes back.
Oh, I didn't know it was already at 6 seasons. That's crazy.
Yep.
That
What is it?
sucks.
Most of the seasons are 13 episodes, so I think they're almost at 100 if they're not already. Sort of like how Community ended up at
What?
97 episodes.
Yeah. So sad to hear it got canceled. I
I
didn't
was
think it
bummed.
would get canceled.
Yeah, I
Everybody
know.
liked it from what I thought. I never got into it. I missed it. I never watched it, but I heard it was awesome.
It is. It's really,
Maybe I
really
can
good
binge
stuff.
it. I'll be able to binge it now. And I really like Joel McHale a lot. I saw a couple of his comedy bits back in the day, and they were really funny.
You'll fall in love with Danny Pudi, because he's Abed, and Abed is awesome.
Yes, I've heard. I hear a lot of people really like his character.
He's
He's so
he's pretty
fun.
much he's pretty much the fan. You know what I mean? Like he's pretty much all of us, but at the same time he's just as like crazy as any other character that you'd see on TV. But what other cartoons are you checking out lately? Anything good? Because I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I just recorded a vlog for Weird Girls earlier today about my love of Cartoon Network and how amazing it is right now. Of course, my favorite show on Cartoon Network is Rick and Morty and Regular Show. I watch Regular Show. I can watch marathons of Regular Show from the time I wake up till I go to bed. I love that show. So that's my favorite daytime cartoon, and Rick and Morty is my favorite nighttime cartoon. And of course, I mean, I love all Family Guy. Every Seth MacFarlane thing he'll ever make, I'll love. I don't care what it is. Love it. Trying to think. I'm getting into Steven Universe, which I like a lot because it's cute, and I like the idea behind it. It was the first cartoon I think that was created by a woman for Cartoon Network, which I found out the other day, which I thought that was really cool. So I'm watching Steven Universe, and then I'm watching a lot of like Bravest Warriors and just sitting
Yeah.
and waiting for Bee and Puppy Cat to start.
Yep. I was actually about to bring up Bee and Puppy Cat because I'm like, I can't wait for that to finally come out.
I can't wait for it. Like I just sitting here like just makes me so happy for Puppy Cat and Bee. I just love them. I'm going to, if I can possibly, get my Bee and Puppy Cat cosplay together for San Diego. That's like my goal. I want it bad.
Yeah, what's your convention list usually look like? Especially being that you're not even like in the middle of the country. You're in like a pretty small area of the country, so it must be a hassle to kind of get out to at least some of like the bigger conventions.
Well, I will say, Louisville, Kentucky is pretty much the center of everything on this half of the country. Like, if you just kind of take the Mississippi River and just cut it in half, Louisville is the center of all of it. So it's actually pretty easy to get to a lot of conventions in this part of the U.S. Now, my convention list consists of, let's see, uh, 3 weekends from now, I'm in Indianapolis for Indy PopCon. So that's a local one, pretty much. And then I have ACON, which is in Dallas. I'm going to that one. I've been invited to go to that with a company I work for called Geekler. So they're sending me down there. And then San Diego. But I go out there. This is my second time going to San Diego because I have some West Coast friends that I like to go see. And I love going out there. It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorite conventions, but like after C2E2 this year was just an absolute blast. I don't know if it can beat it. So fun. And then let's see,
I came this close. C2E2 wise, I came this close. And then
oh,
they rejected my press badge, so I was like, yeah, like rejected me for a press badge, so I was like, yeah, there goes that plan.
it's a great convention. It really, really is. It's well run. It's big, but it's not so big to where it's overwhelming. It's just big enough to where you can walk around and you can see everything and be like, I'm satisfied and I didn't miss anything. I really like that convention. And plus, Chicago is only about a 5-hour drive from me, so it was not bad at all getting there. So let's see what. And then I have Derby City, of course, Derby City.
Yep.
Then what's after that? I think after that is Dragon Con.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll hang out at both. If I'm
Yes.
not too busy, at least I know for a fact I won't be too busy at Dury, but I might be pretty busy at Dragon Con. I get a costume at Dragon Con too. I'm getting a costume, which I'm pretty excited about. I get to be Ezio.
You get to be who?
Altatore from Assassin's Creed.
Okay, Assassin's Creed. That's one thing I only know. I only know Assassin's Creed from the cosplays. I'm not a big video gamer, and if I am, it's like vintage video games. So I try to learn, but it's hard.
Wait, you're telling me the big Star Wars girl you've never played KOTOR?
No, I'm very bad about. I'm very bad about games, and I have the oldest thing I have is a PS2. Or I'm sorry, the newest console I have is a PS2. I'm really bad about video games. I love them and I love playing them. I can't keep up. It's hard. It's so expensive and hard, man.
It is, yeah. I was joking. Gotta go. That's it. Hanging up on you. You've never played KOTOR. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No, I'd rather put my money into buying fabric.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm not picking on you. I just thought it was funny that you've never played if you have a decent enough computer, which I'm sure you do, being that you're on it right now, it could probably if you look into Steam, you can download Steam, which is like the like PC gaming service, and you can get KOTOR for under like $10, and it's actually like it can run on like any system that's like older than 2001, because I think that's when that game came out, maybe like 2001, 2002.
Whoa. I have a Mac, and I'm on a computer for my job like the entire day. So when I get home, I don't like to stare at a computer as much as people think I like to. But yeah, but that's interesting because I've never really heard of that one. But I don't know. Just the video games to me are awesome, and I wish I could get into it because I'd love to play like BioShock. That just looks cool.
Yep.
I love to play that and Assassin's Creed, and I just don't have the time, man. Not enough hours in the day.
Not gonna pick on you for it. Maybe a little.
That's okay. I'll find something to pick on you on, so that's fine.
Oh, you'll find something, I'm sure. Shirt, by the way.
What?
I said you like my shirt, by the way.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. Or the Shaun of the
All
Dead
three movies.
and all three movies. I was like Shaun of the Dead, and I forgot the middle one. Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, yep.
Yeah. And then I didn't get to see the last one.
Oh, not yet. World's End
No.
is really good,
I
especially
hear.
without spoiling anything. And those who have seen the movie will know exactly what I'm talking about, or might argue differently. But especially the last half of the movie, if you're at all a Douglas Adams Hitchhiker's Guide fan, you'll pick up on the homage right away.
Oh yeah.
It's really, really awesome stuff, or at least I thought it was, because I picked up on it, and I'm like, yet another reason to love Stephen Wright and Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg. Where'd I get Stephen Wright from? What was that?
I don't know. Stephen Wright's a comedian, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's a pretty awesome movie. It's one of my favorites.
I need to see it. I really do like Simon Pegg a whole bunch, and that whole British comedy stuff is just right up my alley. I'll just add it to the list of stuff that I need to watch again. Or just watch more or less, not watch again. Ugh. I'm so far behind on everything. I did just recently see Winter Soldier, so I was happy that I actually got to see a recent Marvel movie that wasn't the Avengers.
It's I get to go to in 2 weeks. I'll be at Wizard World Atlanta because I'm heading down to Atlanta for something, which I had to be vague on, but because of certain things that have been signed, I had to be very vague while talking about that.
Okay.
And people can see on my Facebook feed, or yeah, the people will see on my Facebook feed. They've kind of announced it, but Anthony Mackie will be there, and I definitely want to talk to him. Be like, so how does it feel to right off the bat have pretty much suddenly become one of the most loved Marvel? Not only are you the Falcon, but the way you're playing the Falcon, everybody loves you right off the bat.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, I want to see a solo movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he was the reason I wanted to see Winter Soldier. Like, I like Captain America, he's awesome, whatever, but I wanted to see the Falcon bad. I love that guy.
Oh, he was pitch perfect. I think
Oh,
I actually like him. I like him even more than I like oh wow, I can't think of the actor's name, but who plays Rhodey in Iron Man 2 and 3.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, yeah. I mean, I really like Don Cheadle, especially in 3. I thought they gave him some really interesting stuff to play with. Cause,
Yeah,
but I
personality.
but I loved Anthony Mackie as Sam. The second he came on the screen, I'm like, opening the film with him was such a great idea because it's just like right there you have the most human element possible right at the beginning of this movie, and it made it all the much better.
Exactly.
Plus the teaser at the end, that made me smile so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the screenshots to Avengers 2 with Hawkeye's new costume?
No, I haven't seen Hawkeye's new costume. I've just been seeing stuff about Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
He was on set with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and the new costume has a full-on jacket. Like he's wearing the bat. Pretty much, he's wearing like a hybrid variation of like a mix between the Ultimate costume and the awesome without the mask, but basically like the awesome 616 classic costume, but like a more modern, full like basically trench coat, and it looks really cool.
Good. I want to see that. Hawkeye is a good character, and I feel like they just brushed him under the rug in Avengers.
He got 13. He got like 13 or maybe 15 minutes of screen time, and stole every scene he was in when he was finally out of the super brainwashing. But I was
Yeah,
like, you give me Hawkeye, you give me my favorite Avenger, and you only give me him for this much of the movie. What the
not
hell,
fair.
Whedon?
Not fair. I
As
can't say
long as
much because Thor is my favorite Avenger. He's just I love Thor.
sorry, one sec. Okay, there we go. I was checking something. But oh wow, my brain just went dead. But as long as he calls in Avengers 2, as long as we hear the words whatever you say, Boy Scout out of his mouth once towards Cap, I'll be a happy fanboy.
Okay, I hope that happens. It seems like Marvel, I feel like Marvel's been good to the fangirls and boys. Honestly, they've been better than, of course, DC, but we might be able to see that.
Yeah, actually, I finally had something positive to say about Batman versus Superman when I saw the Batmobile in the suit. I was like, not what I was expecting. Way to go, Snyder.
I,
Finally,
I
some good
will.
news.
I will say I did like the suit. Granted, I think his ears are a little small,
Yep.
but I'm just nitpicking. But I like the suit. I think it looks good. I still don't like Ben Affleck, though. I don't care what you say. I hate that guy. I don't hate him. I just don't think he's a hero. He's not a superhero, especially he's not Batman. He's not dark enough. But then again, no, Christian Bale was pretty dark. He was dark in other movies before he did Dark
Have you
Knight. Or
have you seen Hollywoodland?
no.
Hollywoodland is the movie where he plays Christopher Reeve. I mean, not Christopher Reeve. Shit. Uh, why can't I think of the George Reeves? George Reeves, the original Superman from the black and white stuff back in the day, and it's basically all about like his life and the possible like conspiracy theories of how he would have died. So technically, Ben Affleck is the only actor to ever play Batman and Superman. But the reason I bring
Huh.
it up is it's a really good movie and kind of shows that he can like go to the darker places. But so is the one that he did with Jeremy Renner, The Town. He's really good in The Town.
I heard that, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think he's too much of a celebrity to be Batman. Like, I like it when they find these unknown actors and put them into superhero roles, but when they do, like, they find somebody that's been, married to Jennifer Lopez and then they throw him into Batman, I don't like that.
No, I completely respect that and agree with that. I know Affleck's acting chops, so I'm kind of interested to see where he goes. I just find it funny that all of the superhero actors have kind of worked together. Right? During the fact that Batman and Hawkeye were in the same movie, where like I guess what was the one where it was Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Jennifer Lawrence, and
American Hustle?
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, American Hustle?
Yeah, I haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet, but I heard good things. I just find it funny that they were
Oh,
in a movie
oh, it's
together.
so good. I know they were all in the movie together, but it was so good. It was so good. I loved American Hustle. I really did. And I'm a huge Jennifer Lawrence fan. It's hard not to be when you're from this area. Everybody loves her here. And I really like everybody in that movie. There wasn't a person I didn't like. It was awesome.
Did you have you seen Agents of Shield yet? The ending?
No, I don't really watch Agents
Oh,
of
okay.
S.H.I.E.L.D. I know,
Okay.
that's the show I don't watch that the other girls talk about on our recaps. I just sit here and I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool because I can follow. I know what's going on. I just don't watch it.
Well, I was
Um,
on Monday's live show. Obviously, I was in the comments, but I was talking with Mark and Elizabeth about it, and we were all guessing that there was going to be some sort of Kree shout out just because of the blue dude from earlier in the season, and then it's just because Guardians of the Galaxy comes out in just like 3.5 months now, so it's like there has to be some sort of reference to the alien themes, and at the end
yes.
there, it did seem like that like it could finally be a possibility, but we'll see. I don't know.
I'm so excited for Guardians of the Galaxy. I really, really am. I can't wait. Ah, looks so good. I
It
want it
does.
already in it too. God, Marvel does such good casting. I love it. Except now I've heard they've casted Channing Tatum as Gambit, and I kind of want to rip my eyeballs out.
That's not Marvel. That's Fox. You can't
No,
blame
it's
that on
Fox.
Marvel.
I know it's Fox, but I'm telling you, I really am mad at Fox taking my X-Men and just throwing them like crazy. I just can't take it.
Just as long as that. Oh, yeah. Now I can't get my arm right. Ugh. Oh wow. I gotta get used to having this on my arm because I got it today. I Deadpool. Why can't I get my arm the right way? Hold on. Maybe I have to point the camera down like this. As long as
What?
this finally comes out, I'll be happy.
Oh, a Deadpool. Oh God.
Ryan Reynolds still wants to play him. It's become his passion project. So
You know
as long
what?
as it
Let
happens,
him play it because it wasn't bad. I will say of Wolverine Origins, like I love Wolverine. I do. I love X-Men, but like that movie was just kind of a crazy cluster of a bunch of stuff. But Deadpool was cool in it. I thought he was neat, but I don't know. I don't know.
wait, Deadpool was
I'm
the
really
only.
nervous. I'm really nervous about the new X-Men movie. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
I'm looking forward to it just because of especially the last few things that they've leaked. It seems like it's actually going to be a good movie. It seems like it's more first class and less the last three movies that we've got from the franchise. Though
Please.
apparently in an interview, Donner has said that you can completely forget that X-Men 3 and Wolverine Origins existed. So I guess
Oh,
they're now retroactively getting rid of continuity of movies now.
you really are.
Just
And frankly, do anything to get rid of that third X-Men movie.
yeah.
God. God.
When
And
you're
I
only
like
I was gonna say when your only positive is Kelsey Grammer.
no, I can't. I liked Ellen Page.
Yeah,
That's about it.
yeah,
She was cool.
she's
But that
awesome.
was
I
it.
love Ellen Page. I still have a
I do.
crush on her, even though she's not interested in men. I still have a crush on her.
Adorable and she's gorgeous. I love her. I really can't stand Anna Paquin as Rogue, and I really can't stand freaking Halle Berry as Storm.
Nobody likes Haley
Everybody
Stare.
else I'm fine with. Everybody else I'm fine with. Those
Yeah,
two just need to go.
nobody likes Halle Berry as Storm. I find me a person that likes Halle Berry as Storm, and I will call them a liar.
They probably liked Catwoman too.
I'm just throwing it out there, and obviously it can never happen just because of the age thing now. But the role should have gone to oh, I can't think of the actress's name right now, but she was on Cleopatra 2021, and she was on Firefly as Mal's like right hand girl,
I don't know.
Alan Tudyk's wife
Yeah,
on
I don't.
Firefly.
I don't know. It's hard.
That's who should have played Storm. I don't know. It's stupid.
He
Have you
apparently
watched
really wanted to play Storm. Like Halle Berry really wanted Storm back, and like kind of begged for the role because I'm pretty sure she knew that other people didn't want her to do it.
Yeah. Have you watched this week's Creature Shop yet? Because you were one
No.
of the people that you were one of the people that I really wanted their opinion on. So I won't
Okay.
spoil anything for you. I'll have to wait until Monday night if you're on the show to hear your thoughts on it.
I won't be on this coming Monday, but I know who leaves because I didn't know they changed the time, and I tuned in at 10 ready to watch it, and I was like watching the end of it. I was like, "You kidding me?" Yeah, I was so pissed. I completely forgot Face Off ended last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was just mad.
Yeah, I actually because I hadn't been watching this season, so I forgot that's why the time shift happened 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a DVR, so it's one of those
I
things
don't
that I
have
don't.
that. I have to wait for it to just to come on. I'm old school.
It's okay. I'm not gonna pick on you for that. I used most of the stuff I watch on the internet. Like I'll watch Arrow. I did see because they leaked it right after showing it on air. But the Flash teaser is online now on
Oh,
YouTube.
good. I wanted to check that out. I hope WB does not screw that up, but I have a feeling they will. But they're doing well with Arrow right now,
Yeah.
so I don't watch Arrow, but I've heard that it's really well. And of course, everybody that watches it, that recaps it on our stuff, is really into it, so I'm happy. But
Oh, do you want a reason to be excited about Constantine, by the way? No,
I just
I'll give you the reason to be excited about Constantine because
okay. What's the reason?
it was just announced on Twitter yesterday by this person. You're a big Farscape fan, right? You a
No, but
Jim
I know what
Henson
you're
fan?
talking about. I am a Jim
Okay.
Henson fan, but Farscape is not one thing I got into.
One
I'm
of the
like, my nerd cred is going down this episode. My God.
we'll raise it back up soon. We'll talk more about cosplay. We'll raise it back up soon. But Rockne S. Bannon, one of the creators of Farscape, like the lead creator of Farscape, is going to be part of the writers' room on Constantine.
What?
Yeah,
That's pretty
he just
awesome.
announced it on Twitter. I was just like, yes. I saw my friend Kim posted about it, and I was just like, yes, this needed to happen. Even though he's basically, if you've seen that preview, I can't be the only one going. You turn John Constantine into the Doctor MBC. What is
Oh
this?
God. Oh no. Oh no.
Because he has a female companion who has some sort of powers herself. He's a
Yeah.
fast talking British man.
Oh my God. Sounds like Doctor Who.
Fast talking British man with female companion who deals with threats that regular humans can't face.
Huh.
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 You might want to give him the chain smoking back just so he has the edge on the Doctor.
Yeah. Oh jeez. I was kind of floored. I saw the movie when it came out with Keanu Reeves, and I saw it in theaters, and I was like, and then when they decided to do the TV show, I was like, but okay.
It's a very good Keanu Reeves movie. It's
Yeah.
just not easily. It's a very fun, very awesome, enjoyable movie. It's just not Constantine. It's not Hellblazer, but it is a very awesome, very fun supernatural like thriller starring Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm just kind of out of the type of movie that was. Like it's not it's like Angels and Demons meets like crazy third world stuff. I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of that at that point. I don't know. I'm a harsh judge. I'm really mean on movies.
You're good. You're good. I'm not. I don't actively disagree with anything that you've said. So it's not like, no, how dare you, Amanda? How dare you?
I
This is
suck.
this conversation is over.
Uh,
Rar.
yeah.
But yeah, I like how I mentioned the Doctor, and I have my sonic screwdriver just sitting right here.
That's one thing I'm not into either. Doctor Who.
Why did you just admit you didn't have to admit that? She didn't say she didn't like Doctor Who. You
I
heard
didn't
things,
say I
guys.
didn't like it. I'm just not into it. I think it's cool, but I know about it because of conventions. That's all I know. I know the different doctors. I know the TARDIS thing and the Dalek thing and the everybody loves Karen Gillan. So that's all I need to know, right?
I still say she's Moondragon when it comes to Guardians of the Galaxy. I know the
Oh,
character that she's playing really exists in the Marvel universe and is a character, but it would not surprise me to find out that she is a brainwashed Moondragon. I think it would make much more sense to have her like switch sides and like beat some sort of programming because I think that would be like a major nod to the more obscure, especially because it's James Gunn playing with the obscure side of the Marvel Universe, playing with the
mhm.
cosmic side that like not a lot of people know of. But
No one
I mean,
really knows about this.
I love Moondragon. She's awesome. Plus, she's Thanos' daughter, so
I'm excited for the movie. I've never read the books. I only know what I've read on like Wikipedia, but I like watching these movies just as a complete open book. Like don't have any back reference, just like going. It seems like when I have references from like okay, I've read a crap ton of Avengers and X-Men, and when I go into the movie, I have like pre notions that this is gonna happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna get mad. So Guardians, I'm just like whatever can happen. I don't care. It's gonna be great.
I could I could turn right now and take all 25 issues out of that filing cabinet right now for you, but
Wow.
because I'm a huge fan of the DNA run on the book, which is what heavily inspired James Gunn's movie from everything they've said. Those guys even visited the set while they were shooting.
Mhm.
So I'm a huge fan of that run of the book. I would actually recommend. It's only 25 issues too, and I'm sure somewhere down the line Marvel's gonna collect it. If not before the movie, definitely after the movie. I would not be surprised because they just collected the precursor before that series comes out, Annihilation in omnibus form. So, and that's amazing. That's where at least Nova shows up, and the Nova cores are in the movie. So.
Yay! Once again, I'm like just excited for the movie. I don't know what to expect.
I
All I know
I in no way
is that
blame you.
I'm just really excited for the raccoon whose name is slipping me right now.
Rocket.
What's Rocket? Thank you.
Yep.
And I like Gamora a whole lot just because she looks amazing and kind of want to cosplay her, but I don't want to do that green paint. My friend wants to do it, and we're trying to get her to do it. I'm like, come on. She's like, green paint, and I know, but she's amazing. I body paint will deter a cosplayer from doing a character. I swear to God, it is just it's nastiness. Ugh.
Unless you're Kelly.
Unless yes, yeah.
Because that She-Hulk costume is pretty adorable.
Her She-Hulk was cute, and a friend of mine did Fiona from Shrek up at C2, and we had we all were in the same room, of course, and she was her makeup was putting airbrushed on or whatever, and it took her so long to put it on. And it looked beautiful. It was the best makeup job there, but it took her hours to get it off with like rubbing alcohol, and like her skin was red, and blotchy, and I was like, ugh, I don't even want to do that. I think the only makeup I've ever done for a character was I was Princess Bubblegum for San Diego last year and Weird Girl from Frankenweenie, but that was just like neck up and hands. It was nothing.
It's still pretty cool though. Princess
Yeah,
Bubblegum.
my Princess Bubblegum was my least favorite cosplay I've ever done. I hated that costume. It was falling apart left and
Was
right.
it?
I just could not get it together. It just didn't fit right. I was just mad.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, well, I'll sell it, or if I can, or just take it apart and use it for something else.
Yeah, going back to cosplay, the worst segue ever.
That's
But
okay.
was C2E2 like the quote unquote like premiere that you like did the Khaleesi costume?
No. The premiere of the Dragon was Indiana Comic Con in late March. So I'll say that C2 was Drogon's first big con, yeah, definitely. So I would say that was his pretty much official unveiling, although at Indiana Comic Con, it was such a tiny convention. It was so, so, so small. And I didn't even make it into the event floor before I left for the day. It was that crowded, and that was how many pictures were taken of me. I just didn't make it anywhere. I just stopped in a corner for hours, which was fine because that's what I wanted, but it was a headache. C2, I actually got to move around and like talk to people and go inside and all that stuff. So
What was the overall reception to the dragon? Did you actually have like, I mean, obviously fans of the show are gonna recognize you, but I think like especially when it comes to kids at a convention like that, the second they see a dragon or anything that is gonna have any sort of movement or has like that kind of charm and cuteness about it, they're probably gonna like have their eyes drawn immediately to that
yeah.
and like walk right over to you and want to ask if they can pet it and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, it was a moth to a flame with everyone. I don't think there were a lot of people that didn't even know what character I was, but already knew that this prop that I had was just uber cool. So they would just come up and ask about it, and that's what I mean. That's what I want. That's all. That's what I love about cosplay is just making something and taking it to the show floor and seeing what people think about it and what they want to talk to me about it. That's my favorite part. So when people that were fans of the show would see me with an actual dragon, they were like just floored because, to my knowledge, I've never seen anybody else attempt it besides me and Tabitha Lyons, and so I knew they were, excited about it. And it's massive, and I tried to get it as close to what he actually looks like as possible, and it was, there was not a single negative critique I had about that thing. There's nobody that was just like, ugh, she could have done better on that. And if so, I just like slap him upside the head.
Yeah, your wig looked really cool too. Like it looked pretty natural. You couldn't tell that, it was someone wearing a wig, which is a situation sometimes that some
Good.
cosplayers run into.
Good, I know. Well, I'm very much a perfectionist with cosplays, and I tell people, like, do your cosplays however you want to do it, but I will try to be as much as the character as possible. So I will get a wig that will blend in with my hairline, or if my hairline's showing, I will try to cover it, but I won't, dog on you if your, wig's like here and your hair's showing, so I don't really care. But that wig was actually kind of a cheaper wig I got on eBay, a lace front wig, and it just turned out to be perfect. And I was like, yes, but it just kind of gets matted, and I don't know, wig hair sucks, but it worked out a lot better than I thought. We'll just say that.
Would you, when it comes to some of your cosplay stuff in general, do you like work with props a lot, and like do you ever have trouble? Because I know posing with this when I'm Riddler, I've had a little trouble so far. I haven't figured out the exact poses to use with this thing yet. Even though it's awesome, it comes apart too. Like can split it in half to fit into a suitcase, which I'll be doing when I travel at the end of the month.
Perfect, because that's problems I'm having with stuff. I the first cosplay I had was Kitana, and I had her fans, so I'm used to props. Both Drogon, I can pretty much only have him on my shoulder for about 2 to 3 hours. He gets so heavy after a while, and the way I stand with him, I have to like cock my shoulder up and kind of like throw it forwards till like my back is like out of alignment. So I have like terrible back pain by the end of the day. That like the freaking dragon just wrecks me, but I don't care. It's beautiful. But yeah, I'm pretty used to props. But if I don't have a prop, I'm really happy about it. I just like going around and like hands free. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to do anything except hold my phone. Great.
Have you done any masked characters yet? And I know I asked that as a guy who has a masked character, because I do my I refer to him as Reservoir Pool, or like Mr. Red, because it's very like almost Reservoir Dogs ish Deadpool that I do. But when I put the mask on, especially like I fixed the eyes by now, but the first couple times you put a mask on, it's like, especially vision wise, can throw you
Yeah.
off completely, especially if you can barely see.
Yes. Oh, I know. I did Weird Girl from Frankenweenie, and the eyes that I have for her are this is apparatus that I made that's like a big goggle, because her eyes are Tim Burton eyes, so they're about this big. So instead of doing makeup on my face, I just made this apparatus thing that went on. It sticks out about like this much from my face. But the eyes are, I think it's like needle art. I don't know. It's like a grate thing, but basically it looks like this, and I can see through it, and it's really difficult half the time because then I get like cross-eyed because I'm trying to stare too hard, and then I get a headache. So that was the only time I've ever had to wear a mask. Come to think of it. Well, Katana has this thing, but that's not really anything. So Weird Girl's the only one, to my knowledge. Yeah.
I like how we're unintentionally, because I just realized we hadn't talked about it yet, but since we're talking weird girls, no.
Yeah, I know,
um,
right?
but yeah, obviously to shout out everybody on Weird Girls. How did you get connected with Weird Girls, and like how did you start making videos? Because for those that don't know, Amanda's videos are more geared towards like Star Wars or just Disney in general and that kind of material, which I think is pretty cool. But how did you get involved with Weird Girls? Was it Mark? Was it Kelly?
Was
Was it,
actually their Twitter. When I was, it has to do with my weird girl from Frankenweenie because when I was getting her together, I was using the hashtag weird girl a whole bunch on Instagram and Twitter, and I just happened to run across their channel. And I remember seeing a couple of Kelly's videos and watching a couple of Danny's videos, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I like this channel. I'll follow along. So I just kept making my costume, and then I think they started I think commenting on my Instagram or my Twitter. Hey, look at this weird girl actually doing weird girl for weird, all this. And then around San Diego last year, they put up a scavenger hunt, and I was going, and I was like, that'd be fun. They're not going to be there, so it was like this 3-page list of stuff to find, and if you found it, you could take a picture of it and post it to Twitter and tag them, and they would keep track, and the person who, at the end of the convention with the most points wins a prize, and it was a 6-month Loot Crate subscription and a stack of graphic novels. And I actually ended up winning the contest, and I was so excited that I actually got Loot Crate because I heard about it and I never did it before. So they started sending me. I got the subscription to Loot Crate, and I always heard about people. And I had a YouTube channel at the time, but I wanted to do something fun with the YouTube channel. And I heard people would do unboxings with Loot Crate. So I was like, well, let me start doing unboxing videos of Loot Crate. So I started doing them, and then I would promote Weird Girls on the channel, on my videos, because, of course, it was for them. I got the Loot Crate subscription. And so they started commenting, and I think they started really watching all of my videos that I was posting with Loot Crate. And then Mark one time asked me, he said, we really like your personality. You're really fun on your YouTube channel. Would you be interested in contributing? And I was like, well, that sounds like a blast. And so I did, and here I am today.
I love doing the Loot Crate unboxings. They can be fun. I was looking for the 20-sided the stress ball, but I couldn't find it because it's gonna be I was just gonna pick it up and be like, yay!
Yeah, I love this thing. I'm looking forward to next month's or this coming month's adventure.
Yeah. Did you see their video yet
No.
for the theme? It's really funny. Two guys are just out in the middle of the woods, and they find a sword in the stone, and chaos quickly ensues. It's
Okay.
very, very funny.
I gotta look at that one because I just got the Loot Crate subscription back because I didn't have it for a while after the 6-month ran up, and Kelly told me that last month's theme was dragon, and I was like, oh god, of course I've got to get that, and so I got that and got this little cool thing, and now it's adventure, so I'm excited. Woo!
It should be a pretty fun crate because I think it's Legend of Zelda. Oh wow, because it's adventure, so it's
Adventure
go
Time.
ahead.
I know. I
Yep.
saw some stuff about that.
I love your cat, by the way. He's just completely in the background, stealing the eyes away.
Yeah. His name
What's
is
your- What's his name? Sorry,
Jackson.
Jackson. I'd get my cat. You probably heard him meow about 20 minutes ago, but he decided to, for once in his life, curl up in a ball and stay all quiet on the side of my bed right now.
That's okay.
Which is a first for him. Usually he's either right on my lap, just meowing at the side of the microphone, and I'm like, will you be quiet?
Will you shut up, stupid cat?
Stupid cat!
Come on. Come on. Up here. What are you gonna do? What's staring at me?
But oh wow, what was I about to say? I think Mark is hopefully coming on some point soon, and I kind of find it funny because in the back of my head I'm going, will Danny be offended if Danny's the last person from Weird Girls that I have on the show? That'd be pretty funny.
I doubt she'll be offended. She's dull.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. I like watching the watching the Tuesday night what's coming out on Wednesday videos. Those are pretty awesome.
Her pull list videos.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know how she keeps up with all those comic books. I don't know. I could never do that.
I don't read weekly anymore. I wish I could still
It's
read weekly.
tough.
It is, yeah. I read like the occasional thing on Comixology, but other than that, I barely read weekly nowadays. Like I'll be lucky to get like stacks of comics from my friends, but then just like read through a whole run, not in one sitting, but like over a couple days, or even like I picked up the Uncanny X-Force Omnibus from In Stock Trades because they always have them at like 50% off, so you get it instead of like $100 or like $120. It's like it's either 60 or 50, and it's like you get free shipping because it's so good, such a good service. But I kind of like reading in like either mostly hardcover form. I don't like
Yeah.
trade form.
I do. I'm the same way. If I want to read comic books, I'll go for the graphic novels and I'll get the big ones and just kind of burn through them.
I would love to but Dark Horse has never did it, and I'm sure they're not able to do it now, especially when the license goes over to Marvel next year. But I would love to read through all of the John Ostrander Star Wars stuff, but they don't have like big collections of it.
Yeah, the Star Wars comics are I hear being completely like revamped and just kind of starting from scratch again. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what's going to go out on that front too, because then I feel like I need to start reading it.
I need to read more of the expanded universe. I don't care if it's going away. I just know how much everybody loves it, so I want to check out, especially seeing your cosplay of oh wow, what's her name? I know
Mara Jade.
she's Mara Jade. Yeah, she looks like a really cool and fun
She's
character.
awesome. The Thrawn trilogy is my favorite, and I haven't read much besides the Thrawn trilogy and a little bit about Darth Sidious, which was before, of course, Emperor Palpatine and that whole thing. But I tell if people ask me, you're like, I don't know where to start with the expanded universe because you could literally start in any portion of the Star Wars saga. But I tell people to start with Thrawn because that's just the best way to start, in my opinion. So.
Did you actually I'm kind of hoping you have my back on this one. I'm actually really kind of especially after finally seeing that teaser trailer, but following along production the whole time, I'm really actually like heavily excited about Rebels. I think Star Wars Rebels is gonna surprise everybody because I have such high hopes on that show.
Yeah, I do. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's not kiddish because Clone Wars was so good and it tears me apart that I know they canceled it, but it sucks, but I know people are gonna try to make it like Clone Wars, but I have a feeling that they're gonna try to make a step like a little more juvenile, like maybe a little bit step down, which is the only thing I'm worried about with Rebels, but I really hope not. I'm looking forward to it, so we'll just see.
To me, it kind of, and I know you're not much of a gamer, so this might be slightly lost on you, but it has kind of almost a Mass Effect vibe to it, at least
I've,
from the cast that they put together.
yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that, and I've heard it in good and bad. So I don't know. We'll see what it's like. I don't want it to be so far out of the Star Wars universe that people aren't going to make a connection. So I mean, I doubt we're going to see any type of character that we know already going to be in that show. Maybe like R2 and C3PO, maybe, but we'll see. I don't know. It's an open book.
Plus, Steve Bloom's playing a brand new species. Like his character is a brand new species that has never been introduced in the Star Wars universe before, and that has me so intrigued. It's not even funny because he's like the not Chewbacca, but he's kind of like a heavy hitter bruiser of this team that we're being introduced to. And Freddie Prinze Jr., who I think does like fantastic voice work. Just the fact that he's playing a Jedi that has to hide the fact that he's a Jedi I
Yeah.
find that so intriguing that it's not even funny.
Yeah, it's so funny to me when I heard that cast. I was like, Freddie Prince Jr. What? Because I know he does voice work, but I just never recognize him in anything that he's in. So it's one of those people that is just a good voice actor to where he just blends. So when I hear that he's like announced, I kept thinking like Fred from Scooby Doo, all the Scooby Doo movies, and like all of the late '90s, romantic teen comedies. And I was like, God, Freddie Prinze Jr. And I was like, oh wait, he actually does this now, so it's fine.
Yeah, fun fact. Since we were talking about how much we're both looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy, you know who wrote both Scooby Doo's, right?
Nope.
James Gunn.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. Well
or at least the
then,
second one.
well then, there's a connection. Didn't even
He's
know that
done.
existed. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's done some of my favorite things when it comes to James Gunn. Like the one of his first movies, he wrote it. It has now I'm gonna blank on actors' names again. Rob Lowe. It has Rob Lowe in it. And I think it's called The Supers or just something like that. And it's kind of like it's almost like Real World meets superheroes because the show Real World, not our real world, but
Right.
because it's the
Go ahead.
majority of the movie, in fact, like 99.99% of the movie, is just the superheroes talking about like their average everyday stuff. But it's so fun and such an interesting take on the superhero genre. And this came out back in like 2000 2001. It was like right after Mystery Men, and it's like one of those obscure movies. It's on
Mhm.
his IMDb because I might be getting the name wrong, but I would actually recommend checking it out if you've never seen it before
Okay.
because it's all about the dialogue and just these bizarre superhero characters just trying to be like everyday people. It's a
It
really
sounds it sounds like something that would be enjoyable with today's audience. Maybe not so much in the early 2000s, but today's audience, I feel like would like that.
yeah. Can you imagine if something like not only that, but like something like Mystery Men came out today as opposed to back then?
Oh my God, it would have been a way bigger hit today if it came out today. Way so much bigger. Back then, it was before these blockbuster fantasy films and superhero movies that people got into, so that they didn't understand. I feel like they just didn't understand the humor behind it, nor could expand their minds to accept something fantastical as that.
Did Have you seen the trailer for that show coming to ABC next season? The musical?
No.
It's like it's like a fantasy like Princess Bride kind of vibe about it, or like Princess Bride Ella Enchanted kind of vibe to it, and it's like a musical every episode too. It's got the guy that played Lassie on Psych, and then it has Vinnie Jones, and those two are like the bad guy and his right hand man. And then the lead I don't recognize from anything, but I can't think of the name of it right now. I'll link you to it later because it's a very interesting trailer that I was like, this actually has me excited for this show. It'll probably only last a season, knowing
Aw.
knowing the audience that's there, but it looks very fun and very interesting.
Interesting. I think I saw something about that once, but I don't remember what it is. I don't really pay much attention to network shows anymore. You've heard me talk about it on Weird Girls, a
Yep.
recap about how much I hate network television. But I want everything to stop. I can't take it anymore. But you can leave Arrow and Agents of Shield alone. I understand that's actually a decent show, but I want Once Upon a Time to just die. I want Supernatural to just die.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm sorry, I can't take it anymore. And then have you seen Karen Gillan and John Cho are in a new show coming out on
No.
NBC, and it has nothing to do with superhero. It has nothing to do with anything in our subject area, but it's called Selfie, and it is basically a spin on My Fair Lady. Her character is an Eliza Doolittle, and she's basically just a narcissistic social media addict, and John Cho tries to remake her. But on paper, it sounds really awesome. Watching the trailer was like pulling my hair out. And I hate that because I love Karen Gillan and I love John Cho, but this show just looks terrible. Terrible.
Oh, speaking of adaptions, did you see? Have you read any Chew at all? The series Chew by Image.
No.
It's it's a series about like this. It's kind of got a Hannibal spin because it's all about this detective that can like, if he tastes something or eats a little bit of something, he can like get the history of that thing, and that's basically like how he solves the crimes that he has. But there's a movie, and Felicia Day is playing the love interest voice wise.
Love her. God, I
Yep.
love Felicia Day so much.
It's animated, so she's playing the female love interest, and then what's his name? The guy that plays Glenn on Walking Dead is playing the lead.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep, that guy. I still, the second that the finale hit, because you watch Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
The second the finale hit, I was saying it to all my friends. I'm like, I don't include Michonne in the badass category until she gets any kind of thing she can use as a weapon in her hands.
Yeah.
But the second they open those doors, you have Glenn, you have the military guy, you have Daryl, and you have actually I would include Maggie in this too. So you have Maggie, and then you obviously have oh wow, why can't I think of Rick's name there for a minute? You have Rick. There's 5 people right there that can jump you the second you open those doors and end you. Are you really sure you want to be fucking with these?
Nope.
That's why I'm hoping that we get maybe like 3 episodes of that crap at most. Because if it goes any more than 3 episodes, it's gonna get into farm territory real fast, and we all know how well that season went over with everybody.
Snore.
Exactly. That's why I'm worried about it. I really hope they've learned their lesson and maybe do like 3-4 episodes of dealing with this crap at most, and then move them on to the next threat.
They have. I really think they have, because the fans. I mean, I know they film these things months in advance, whatever, but I really think they understand that the fans want out about this show is they like the character development, but they also like zombie killing, and they like badassness, and so I'm hoping they catch on to that. And I think they did. I think this past season was better than the one before, so I'll give it that.
I could get you into rant territory, but I don't want to. It's tempting, but it would be pretty funny. Because you mentioned Once Upon a Time, so I kind of want to make a certain joke right now.
Go for
but
it.
it would get you into rant territory. Okay.
Oh my god.
So are you? Because I already know your feelings on a certain movie. Are you really excited about her coming next season?
Well, let's just put it this way. I don't watch Once Upon a Time. What I have watched, I've absolutely hated with everlasting bit of me, to where I hate the show. I think it's dumb. I think it's for teenage girls only, and it's not going to go anywhere else. But the costumes in the show are really nice. I will take it on a costume level. Their work is very beautiful. But my thoughts on Frozen being in it now, I think it's way too soon. It's way too fast. I think this is going to be an absolute cluster F. And the only reason they're doing this is because Disney needs an outlet to keep Frozen going. And that is the only reason that she is in Once Upon a Time.
It's not only her. Supposedly they booked Kristen Bell, too.
Are you kidding me? I can't deal with this. I
don't watch it, so I just find it funny, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I do want to watch it because I know Jane Espenson in passing, so I do want to kind of support a friend there. See if I at least enjoy the first couple seasons. Because I know it's what, 4th season? 5th season?
Or something like that. I don't even keep track. But
as opposed to Supernatural, which I will always fight you on.
Okay, fight me on that, whatever. But I'm not a teenage girl who likes vampires, so I don't like that movie or show. But
I think there's only 3 vampire episodes, maybe 4.
Oh.
And it all involves cutting their heads off.
So do you watch Vampire Diaries too?
What?
Do you watch Vampire Diaries too?
No, God no. Just Supernatural. Because Supernatural was awesome.
Sorry,
Mark Shepard.
When I think of CW, I put those two together.
You should never put those two together, ever.
Sorry, I Game of Thrones has ruined me for all of my like scripted shows. I want things to be so gritty and just bloody and just sexual that anytime I watch a show on ABC or CW, I'm like, where is this going? I am not on board with any of this. I can't take it. Which is probably one of the reasons I don't like Once Upon a Time, because Disney is just trying to find a way to put my animated characters into real life in forms that I don't like. Mm. I tried to watch it. I tried to get into it. I can't. I hate it.
It's not terrible, but I do find it overrated.
It's just like Gilmore Girls meets freaking the OC meets Storybooks meets Grimm Brothers. It's just all of the bad.
I thought we were talking the movie.
What? Oh
Raven?
no.
Okay.
I'm still ranting about Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
I really dislike it. And when I saw that stuff about Elsa coming on the show, and I watched the little teaser for it, I was at my desk at work doing this, literally. Oh my god! I can't take this anymore.
I heard Hook is basically Spike Light. Spike from Buffy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Spike Light.
It's Spike Light. Oh my god. I've heard. Well, I can't say I've heard. I've seen, like, when Once Upon a Time started to turn me off, like really pissed me off, is when they introduced Ariel and Ursula. Because then I saw their interpretation of them, and I was like, Disney, these are your characters, and this is what you did to them, because this is embarrassing. And then I saw what they did to Mulan, and I was like, this is even more embarrassing. And then they're freaking moving on with every other princess in the freaking Disney realm, and now they're putting Elsa in there, and I'm like, you are ruining it. Stop it. But yeah. Once Upon a Time, ladies and gentlemen. Don't watch it ever. I'm glad it's done.
Oh man, I knew I was gonna get you ranting.
Easily, I'm a very rantable person. Very much so.
But at least there is something positive to talk about. I'm just as much as I'm excited about Rebels, I'm excited about Star Wars Episode 7, especially with the latest rumors. Did you read the rumors over what's his name's character, who he's going to be?
Sorry, say that again, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. I can't think of the actor's name, the guy from Girls.
Oh, Adam Driver.
Yeah, Adam Driver. I guess his character is supposedly going to be Han and Leia's son, and so Leia, not Leah, excuse me. I don't know why I said Leah. Han and Leia.
Really hard time with these new characters if they're like, that's their kids. So I'm like, oh, is it Jason or is it Anakin? I'm like, oh god, it's not them. It's not them. It's not the twins. It's not the twins. But
they are stealing the story supposedly, because he's going to be slowly pushed to the dark side, and it's going to be about them like trying to bring him back. So which is kind of cool.
How else would they try to blend? They're not trying to do anything expanded universe, but I can only see that really happening, honestly, like that storyline. But I love Adam Driver. I'm a huge fan of Girls, and he's one of my favorite actors right now, and I was so happy to hear he got casted beyond words, and I was just like, well, I thought he would be casted as more of a villain, frankly, because he's kind of nuts on that show, so he has a very wide range of acting skills, so I could see him being kind of nuts. So who knows? But if he's casted to be that, and if he's going kind of a Jason Solo type way, then that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they end up doing. So it should be cool either way. I mean, like.
And then I heard. Have you heard Lupita Nyong'o is casted as Assange Ventress?
No, no, I hadn't heard that.
Yes, I've heard that, and I hope it's true. But that means if she's been casted as Ventress, that we might see some more Clone Wars people possibly in it. I'd be so
Nice.
happy if so.
I love the way they introduce the bounty hunters in general. That stuff was really fun in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I think we're gonna have a lot more Mandalorians in these episodes. I
It's
hope
just
at least.
exciting to see both the original cast and this new cast, and
Oh,
the
but
fact
there's
that
no
they're.
Lando. There's no Lando
I heard
Calrissian.
he's involved.
Really? I heard he
Yeah,
was not.
I could have sworn I heard he was involved.
I
I
hope
could be
so.
wrong, but
I need my Billy D. I need my Billy D. I can't have him without it. I love that boy. But yeah, I'm really happy everybody's back. And then of course Peter Mayhew is playing Chewbacca. Even and
not being crushed by a moon.
yes. Oh God. Don't mention that.
Mention what? I said nothing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. There's no moon involved, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't hear anything. Nothing happens with the moon to Chewbacca. Wink. Um, but yeah, I'm happy everybody's back, and I'm really looking forward to it. I trust J.J. Abrams a whole bunch with this ordeal. He completely turned Star Trek into a great series right now that it's going with, and I completely have full confidence in him with Star Wars.
Mind you, if it all goes horribly wrong, we could just get another fanboys, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
That's true. That's true. Well, let's put it this way. At least there's no Gungans.
Oh man. Someone and I was really hoping they were joking when they asked. They're like, "Does this mean the Ewok movies are still in canon?" And I'm like, "Don't you dare bring up the Ewok movies."
Oh, no, nope. But Ewoks or Gungans, I'll take an Ewok over a Gungan any day.
Yep. Especially if it's Warwick Davis.
Yes, of course. Lovely.
I loved his show, the one that he did with Ricky Gervais.
Mm-hmm. So cute.
I love that movie though, fanboys. If people haven't seen that movie and you're a Star Wars fan, you will love that movie,
It's
guaranteed.
it's so good. It's so good. I think I saw it in theaters when it was out. I think.
Did you get to see I know it's not related to Star Wars, but it is similar to fanboys. Have you seen Knights of Badassdom yet?
No.
It's the one that has Summer Glau and Peter.
Is that on Netflix?
I think it might finally be on Netflix. I know it was on other things because it has what's his name from Game of Thrones. The very awesome actor that's also in Days of Future Past, X-Men Days of Future Past. They just did the trial of his character
Oh,
last
Peter
episode.
Dinklage. Peter Dinklage. Tyrion Lannister. Peter Dinklage.
Yep,
Yes. Love that man. Yeah, love
he's
that boy.
he's in it. Jason from True Blood's in it. Danny
Oh
Pudi's
God.
in it. One of the McBoyles from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is in it.
God, that's one hell of a cast.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like I said, Summer Glau's in it, being as awesome as she always is, and it's all about this group of people going to a LARPing convention. One
Aha.
of them accidentally summons a succubus, and all
Of
hell
course.
breaks loose real fast. And
Of
it's a
course.
really fun, awesome movie that I'm hoping we eventually see the director's cut of, because it did seem like there were unnecessary cuts at moments.
Mhm.
But it's still a good movie. I liked it a lot when I got to watch it, and it's just called Knights of Badassdom, and I figured you'd like it, especially the fact that he's in it of all people, and he's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, I will love it. Anything that guy is in, I love. I don't care what it is. He could probably be in a porn and I'd watch it. Don't care. Actually, anybody from Game of Thrones, if it's in anything, I'd watch it. I'd love everyone in that show.
I have to watch all of it still.
You've never watched it before?
I'll hang up now.
Oh, you've never seen Game of Thrones?
I have to watch all of Game of Thrones. It's a current mission that I'm planning to rectify. It's just I haven't had the chance to. I've actually been slowly remaking my way through because I haven't watched it since since I was a kid, I've been slowly remaking my way through Briscoe County Jr., the Bruce Campbell Western,
Yeah, yeah. I've heard of
which is
that.
so good. It's so good. But I've been remaking my way through it. I actually don't even like. Obviously, I've watched it, but I don't even own Firefly. I own Serenity, but I don't own Firefly. How does that make sense?
Well, Firefly's on Netflix if you want to
Yeah.
watch Firefly, but I haven't watched Firefly either.
It's just Game of Thrones is hard to find because if you don't have HBO Go or you don't have HBO in general, and then
Yeah.
you don't have the money to drop $60 on a season of TV,
Yeah.
it's hard
Well,
to find.
you could find a friend
Yeah,
who knows a friend might be a pirater, so
you could find this thing called the internet.
that is true.
But we are totally not telling people to pirate anything. No, no, that's not. Never do such a thing
Don't do that.
in the
It's bad.
digital age.
Bad, bad, bad.
I actually bought going back to Rick and Morty. I bought the season's pass, so I would get the episodes like 3 hours after they would air on
Oh,
iTunes.
oh, I need to do that. I
It
need
was
to do
only
that.
like $25, $22,
Oh
something
my
like
God,
that.
really? I need
Yeah,
to do that. I'm going on vacation this weekend, and I'm going to be gone for like a week, and I need something to go on my iPad, and I would love to watch that.
I showed my buddy because he had watched one episode, so we watched almost the whole season. I think I showed him at least 7, if not 8 episodes, and it was before the finale aired. But you know the episode before the finale, which was possibly the best episode the show has had so far.
Which one?
The
I'm
one the
kind of
one
behind
that
on him. I've had a hard time catching up because of our recaps. I've been on him.
oh, okay. Well, I'll be careful. I won't spoil that for you then. It's basically like making fun of every sci-fi trope possible because Rick and Morty end up going to a council made of a whole bunch of Ricks. And
Oh, I have seen that.
okay,
Yes, that's
favorite
a
ending
good one.
ever. You know
Yes.
they're gonna pay off on that in the second season, especially
Oh yeah.
with the continuity between like a couple episodes in between the first season were pretty awesome.
Yes.
You've seen the uh Mr. Wow, I can't think of starts with the M, the blue dude. I can't think of his name right now.
Mr. Meeseeks.
Yep,
Mr.
Mr.
Meeseeks.
Meeseeks.
That's my favorite episode. Is when they get the Meeseeks box. I freaking love this. I love this. It's so funny. It's so good.
Maybe we should be taking Jerry out.
Meeseeks, Mr. Meeseeks, I'm Mr. Meeseeks, Mr. Meeseeks. Now I'm searching for it. I've got to get that pass. Now that you spoke of that.
Yeah, because I swear it's only I want to say 22, but I don't remember because it's been a while.
Can I access them without Wi-Fi?
I think they have to be on your I think they'd have to be on your device.
So I can download them and watch them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can download them because that's what the season's pass pretty much is. It's you getting to buy the whole season and downloading all the episodes. My
Okay.
internet might be slow because we're doing this, so I might not be able to look it up myself.
I'm looking it up right now anyways.
But I blanked. What else should what else should we talk about? I don't want to keep you too long
I
tonight.
don't know. How long does your podcast usually go for?
Really, whenever. Not even being sarcastic when I say that. It goes as long as we talk, pretty much. I think the one with Kelly and the one with Rachel are both almost 2 hours long.
Oh God, that's long. I have
It's
to work
almost
before.
as long as what you guys do on Mondays.
Ooh, that is a lot.
I've done 3-hour shows before, but that hasn't happened in a real long time.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Did you find
That's
it?
great.
Because I'm still looking it up.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, okay.
It's $26 to buy right now. Is the whole season 1 done? I think. Is it over?
The season is over. Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking?
It ends with
Yeah,
the council.
season's over.
So it's 11
Yeah.
episodes.
No. The last episode of the season was the party episode. Risky Business.
Risky Business, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Council of Ricks was the one before that. Okay, yeah.
With the what was it called?
Yeah.
The bird.
God, I love these. Ah,
Birdman. That was his
I
name.
need to
Birdman.
rewatch them all. Birdman.
And of course, the one with Alfred Molina playing the devil. I love that one. Have you seen that one?
Yes. That what um which one is that?
That's Something Wicked This Way Comes. That's the one right before
That's
Close Encounters of the Rick Kind.
No, I haven't seen that one. That might be the only one I haven't seen, come to think of it.
It has, if you're a Stephen King fan at all, you're gonna love it because it has a crap ton of Stephen King and Twilight Zone references in it.
I'm gonna
Like
like that.
intentionally.
I'm gonna like that.
It's
I
so
like it a
good.
lot.
I'm really looking forward to the second season. I'm just, like I said, I'm just bummed that Community ended, but at least this is still going. So maybe they'll transfer some cast members, have Danny be like retiring or something. Voiceover wise, that would be fun. Because
Love
John
it.
Oliver was one of the best guest stars in the Jurassic Park parody.
So which one?
It was the Jurassic Park parody. Hold on,
Was that which one was that? God, I
I
feel
have
so
to
far
click on it.
behind on
It was like the second or the third episode of the season. It was the one where they were trying to make a theme park in a hobo's. Crap.
Is that the Christmas episode?
No, yeah, that was a Christmas episode.
Then that was the third episode.
Yeah, Anatomy Park.
Yeah.
I like how we're just nerding out over Rick and Morty now.
I love Rick and Morty. I can nerd out over it for like days on end. I don't care. Right now, it's downloading to my iPad, and I'm really happy about it. And this freaking my Killy Pop Funko character keeps falling, and it's really annoying. Stay there, woman next to my Wizard World trophy.
Yeah, nothing on my shelf has fallen over in a while, surprisingly. And this is
Well,
my
that's good.
original Riddler cane, as opposed to this one, which is much more manageable.
Yeah, anything that is manageable is definitely takes precedence over the other one, and I have to make it's hard to make things travelable. I'm learning.
Yeah.
The dragon itself, he does break down into parts to where I can travel with him. It's still massive though. I'm kind of worried about traveling with him, frankly. So we'll see.
But yeah, looking at times, we can end the show just because, like I said, I don't want to keep you too long.
I've had a long day sewing upstairs. I'm working on my next cosplay, and it's so tiring right now. There's so much tiny little details and pleats and just it's crazy.
I do have to look into. I gotta see how long a train would take, because plane is like $400 when it comes to Derby City. Because I don't know how I'm getting to Derby City still. And it's the end of next month.
I mean, there's a train that runs through here. I don't know where, but there is somewhere.
I have to look into it, but because that was kind of the reminder. But we will hang out at Derby City. You'll just have to stop by my table or something, because I'll be easy to find. I'll just be sitting there at the table, being like half asleep, and be like, Amanda, get over here.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll be there all day. I'll be there. I'll do a Daenerys one day and a different costume another day, but I'll be there.
Doing a lot of traveling this year, because Dragon Con, Wizard World Atlanta, those are both obviously in Atlanta. I'm trying to think. So Kentucky, hopefully California, because it really depends on if I end up at Stanley's Kamikaze, because I'm kind of excited if that actually happens. But what's another one? I don't know.
That one looks like fun.
It does look like a lot of fun. We'll see.
Good luck.
But yeah, to end the show, and then I'll have you tell people where they can easily find you on the internets. But if you want to talk about, and we've done this tiny bit, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're reading. I know you said you're not much of a gamer, so we can't really say what you're playing. And then
Well, I can tell you what I'm playing. It's just old.
And then I think that's the list. Reading,
Okay,
watching, playing, listening to, and yeah, I think that's it.
reading. Well, I'm I'm bad. I'm so bad at keeping up on reading stuff just because I'm so much of a TV watcher. I'm bad. But yeah, right now I'm still trying to get through The Runaways, which is a comic book that a graphic novel that Mark and Weird Girls team sent me, and I'm still trying to get through it. And it's not because I don't like it, and I just haven't had time to read it. But I like the first. I'm halfway through it, and I like it. I just can't sit down. That's just me, though.
It's sitting
That's how
behind
I
me
roll.
somewhere.
How I roll. What was the next question?
uh, let's see. Reading. Have you talked watching? Other than
Watching
Rick and
is
Morty.
Game of Thrones and Cartoon Network. That's all I watch, guys. I'm a simple lady.
And then listening to. Do you listen to podcasts at all? Obviously,
Um,
being one yourself.
Not
So.
really. No, not really. But listening to whatever's on my iPhone, which can be anything from Enya to friggin' like I don't know, Maylene Sons of Disaster. So I have a very wide range.
Nice. And then what was the last one? Hey, we were talking playing. I think you did that first, though. You said it was
Oh,
really old.
playing, yeah. Right now, if I look at my Nintendo 64, which was the last thing I played, is Mortal Kombat Trilogy
Nice. But that's awesome. Do you play anything on your phone, actually?
on my phone.
Yeah.
No, besides the endless amount of social medias that I run on my daily basis, my phone battery drains quick, so I don't get to play many games. But I did have, there was a couple of Adventure Time games I had on my phone more for fun, but they don't get
Awesome.
played much more because all my other efforts go towards social media on my phone.
Oh, see, I
Oh,
jinxed
cats!
it. And now he's not gonna come over like a jerk. Whatever. And
Jerk.
then where can people find you on the internet, Miss Amanda?
Oh, they can find me. Let's see, Facebook and facebook.com/ADH cosplay. Then Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Vine, which is a whole lot of fun. I love Vine, and I'm just at Jedi Amanda. And then of course YouTube, Jedi Amanda, and then Weird Girls. I'm there.
Awesome. And then obviously those who are watching, whether you're watching live or just or watching the pre-recorded once it's finally up, because it takes a while for the episode to go up. But yeah, definitely leave a like, hit the subscribe button, or comment, because I always respond to comments. And thank you so much for checking out the show. Definitely check out, because the link's down below on the past episodes, including, since this is episode 173, there is a whole bunch of audio episodes that you can check out, and this one will be audio as well if you're listening either way. So thanks as always, guys, and I will catch you all on the next one. Thanks for listening or watching, depending on what you're doing.